Lack of communication can derail the transition of your family business. But it doesn't have to. Listen up. Hi, I'm Norman A. Hood, financial advisor and host of the Exit Plan Show. I interview America's top advisors like today's guest, Bill Circle. We help business owners enjoy more freedom, grow their companies faster, and retire someday on their own terms. I'd like to welcome Bill to the show today.
Thank you, Norm.
He's from Sinago in Macomb, Illinois. He has a master's degree in clinical psychology from Western Illinois University. He's a licensed clinical counselor, an executive coach, and a family business consultant in the exit planning process. Today we're going to talk about generational communication. What is communication? What are some examples of problematic communication? And how do we get started with some healthy communication? So let's take it away, Bill. What's communication?
I like to think of communication as the currency on which relationships are built. A currency is an exchange, and we exchange something based on the value that we put on that. So if I have something I think is worth $1, you give me $1. If I have a project to do, it's going to take a certain amount of time. You may help me with that. In exchange, I may help you with the project. So we can exchange time. So whatever it is that we have value of, bartering system, money, that's the currency of exchange. Okay. Communication is the currency of exchange for relationships. Okay. The way that you speak to the person and about the person you're talking about directly reflects how you value that person.
Okay. So if I give you $1 worth of communication and you gave me a nickel back, I might kind of feel shortchanged.
You probably would feel shortchanged.
I probably won't give you $1 the next time.
Next, probably not.
I might give you a penny. Okay. When communication breaks down, what's that look like? What's an example of that?
Continuing with the financial theme, some of the ways that it breaks down. A person can be a hoarder. They're just going to take it in. They're going to build up a big account, but they're not going to give anything out. So that's me giving you a nickel's worth and you giving me $1. I'd be a hoarder in that scenario.
Okay.
Another common one is the frivolous spender. They're going to be talking all the time. They're very charming people, charismatic people, really draw a lot of people in. They're very attractive to be around. But they stay superficial. They stay on the surface. And when a conversation needs to go deeper, they're not really able to do that. Some other common ones are someone who is a debtor. They speak before they listen. We have a defaulter. A defaulter is someone that pulls a third person in and uses that person to do their communication for them. We have a counterfeiter. That's the person that just outright tells lies to get what they want. A common one that's more about a dynamic, it's more about the relationship than the individual, is what we call the central hub. And what that is, there's one person that's at the center, and then everyone else around them communicates through the person that's at the center. Like a central bank. And then they have all these branches. All the branches have to go through the central bank to communicate to each other. It's not a very efficient way. It becomes a real problem when something happens to the central hub. And then the entire communication process breaks down because all the others are not able to communicate with each other. So those are some very common ways that communication can be a problem.
Yeah, I think the central hub had to be really careful to make sure they relay the information exactly as it was given to them, and I think there'd be sometimes maybe an incentive to just change it a little bit.
That can happen, or sometimes it doesn't get sent at all. Or sometimes they may share information that wasn't intended to be shared. Okay. So you don't really have control over over what happens when you use that central hub.
Okay. Always heard the the story always goes, somebody said, well, who's somebody?
Uh-huh. That's that fictitious person over there somewhere.
The central hub may not even be having.
They may not even exist.
Yeah. Okay. So all the kind of little games we play in life sometimes get played in business too, and in families.
Mhm.
So that's not healthy, of
Yep.
course. So
And
how
it's
do-
generally that they do get played in business because there's not a lot of difference. I mean, whatever the dynamics of the family are, those tend to play out in the business also.
So unhealthy family, unhealthy business.
Hmm.
So how do we? So Dr. Circle, what's the prescription to cure that?
Well, first, Nora, I'm not really a doctor, but that's okay. That's
I'm an MD
communication
doctor.
on our part. You have to have a healthy cash flow. You have to have a healthy communication flow, which means it comes in and it goes out in order to keep all accounts balanced, like we just did. We just balanced our accounts in this little exchange. It starts with listening. You have to be able to listen. You have to build the bank before you can spend it. Some tips on listening is maintaining good eye contact, paraphrasing, give back in your own words what you heard, asking questions, questions that advance the conversation. When you're spending, it's important to share all of the necessary information with the correct people. Sometimes people may share a little bit, but hold back. That's not healthy. You have to be able to fully disclose what needs to be disclosed. You have to be able to do that openly and respectfully and genuinely. If you're sharing in such a way that may feel contrived or forced, the other person may be questioning what you're sharing. So it's also important to be very genuine in what you're sharing. And then your attitude is also key. Being able to respect the person, and that's built over time. If you have not built a good communication pattern, respectful one, it's not going to just start instantly. It takes a lot of time to be able to build that and to trust another person.
Okay. Anything else? Let's just wrap
A couple of key ones is being able to set limits on communication, so you don't share information with people that don't need it, and being able to keep someone's confidence. That's also a part of building the trust in a relationship.
Okay. So summary, we've defined what communication is. It's like currency. I give you $1 worth of communication, I should get $1 back.
It's an exchange between two people.
Okay. And we've gotten some examples of problems, and you've given us, I think, a good explanation of what healthy communication looks like.
It's that healthy give and take, cash flow, I share, you share, all that is necessary.
Okay. Anything else before we head out here?
Communication is a key to transition in a business. There's a lot of other parts to it, but if you do not have good communication, those parts will not be successful.
Okay.
So it has to start with good, healthy communication.
Okay. Well, we thanks a lot to Bill Circle from Sinago in Macomb, Illinois. If you want more information about Bill's services, please go to our website, check out today's show notes. You'll find his information there below. You can contact him by email. You can call him. You can go to their website. You can leave comments on our show notes. So thanks again for joining us, and get out there and communicate with your family.